Now, fellas, we're here to talk about smoking in general, how much it really has an effect on your overall well-being. Now, I personally have never used cigarettes or any form of chewing tobacco of that sort as something to really be productive in life. I have never really been addicted to it. I've seen people around me get hooked. I had a buddy of mine that actually would dip day to day. He would be doing 2, 3, he would even pack 4 pouches at once. And you could see the addiction happening. No one really associated it as a cool habit to have. However, he did influence others around him. And I think the jaw-dropping moment for everybody was the moment we were in a PE class and he dropped. He knocked out, he completely fainted. Yeah, and they had to pick him up in an ambulance. I mean, this is high school, man. This isn't even high school. This was 8th grade. This was middle school. So they picked this guy up. He gets back and he just knows, he knows everybody knows why it happened to him. I mean, aside from the dip, this guy was extremely healthy. He had a brother that was very militant and he was in ROTC, so his he definitely understood the ropes of having good habits, right? And I've heard from a couple of individuals it actually really helps suppress your appetite. It helps you get rid of brain fog and focus. It helps you relieve stress. But if you really want to just release stress, focus on other hobbies, focus on other ways to be in a meditational state. If you want to reduce your appetite, reduce your overall food cravings, focus on sparkling water, focus on coffee. I mean, there are way better alternatives because smoking is at its core a carcinogen, and that's what we mainly know about this substance is you're exposing yourself to possible cancer. Now, there is no actual benefit outside of that. It is a quick relief for you. It is a quick way of dopamine to feel good in whatever stressful moment you may be in. So that brings me to my next one, and that is marijuana, and that is something I personally actually struggled with. From my experience, I got into it because other people would say there's so many benefits. I mean, I feel so much better day to day. They would say my stress would be gone, my anxiety would be gone, and I actually really enjoyed my day. I became a better driver. All these things, right, that they would tell themselves were true. And what I personally experienced from my personal life was actually complete dullness. I actually felt numb day to day. I was not looking forward to anything. No worries. Now, right, so overall dullness, I found myself actually just losing my competitive edge. I would watch movies and it would just kind of feel so uneventful. I remember this was my pairing, right? So I have personally never been into any sort of movie watching. I find it extremely boring. I've never been big on movies. And I actually, with one of my exes, this was her priority for a hobby. She really enjoyed movies and I wanted to embrace that. I wanted to spend quality time with her, right? And I started finding that she would dabble with marijuana from here and there. And so I actually considered it. I was like, okay, look, my past experiences have never been good. I always questioned my morals every time I did it, so it brought a lot of anxiety. I actually never felt any relief. But now that I was doing it in a safe environment, all I was doing was watching a movie and sitting down on a couch. Suddenly it felt like something I could do day to day, and it quickly became a day-to-day hobby. I started pairing a sedentary watching movies lifestyle with cannabis. And again, I mean, all it did was take up my time. All it did was make me not get where I want to be. And it provided dullness. It provided competitive nature to be gone, because suddenly I wasn't eating the right foods. I was just eating based on what tasted good. And I also was not exercising the same because I would just found it so exerting. I just would much rather be sitting back and enjoying a movie or kind of just relaxing, right? When marijuana actually destroys your REM. It's gonna destroy your sleep. You're not gonna get proper rest, which will lead to less muscle mass, less overall energy day to day. Your fitness level will actually just slowly wither away, and your testosterone levels will actually decline. There's plenty of research stating now that it is very estrogenic and it will bring down your testosterone. I think it's as much as 20 to 40%. Yeah, I once I started to remove this substance, I finally started feeling ambitious again, feeling competitive. I wanted to get things done, and I started moving forward in my own businesses. I started accomplishing new things in my life and being where I want to be. The smell and all that such, there is no craving anymore. There's no craving whatsoever because I know that, one, I care extremely, a stupid amount about my testosterone. It's kind of ridiculous how much I care about it, but it's what gives me my competitive edge. It's what makes me have so much energy day to day. So I have focused personally on finding out the foods that affect your testosterone, finding out how to sleep, all these biohacks, all these ways of dieting, all these ways of exercising to meet my maximum testosterone levels. And I've actually recently created a community. I have it at a half price, and the link will be down below if you are interested. I am tailoring diet and training programs. I'm answering questions, doing weekly calls on there. So feel free to head down below if you are interested. But you need to understand that your testosterone is something you need to base your life off of, because it is what makes you the man you want to be. It makes you have all this drive, all this need to accomplish things in your life. It just makes you extremely competitive. And there is so much fun in it, being able to wake up and progress in your day-to-day life. Being able to feel that gratitude of like, wow, I'm being helpful to society and providing value. And not only that, but you feel fantastic. You're walking around with a godlike physique. You feel like a god while you're in that physique because you have so much energy. You're eating properly, you're exercising properly, and you're not taking in all this smoke into your lungs that absolutely does nothing for you. If you vape, throw that shit in the trash. There is absolutely no benefit to it. You just need to realize it is something you go to as a quick relief. It is instant gratification, and it's not how you want to live your day-to-day life, because if you're relying on all these instant gratifications, you're at the end of the day you're not gonna want to pursue something long-term. You're not gonna want to accomplish anything. You're not gonna be able to even accomplish it if you wanted to, because you wanna see results so quick. You wanna feel like, hey, if I do this for a week, I'm gonna look amazing, right? You see people going into the gym and they will start for the New Year's, and maybe they'll be in there for a month at most, right? January is packed, February may be a little bit packed. But as soon as that month runs out and they don't have the physique they want, they quit. They quit, and that's why so many people are not devoted to the gym. They're not devoted to healthy lifestyles, because they want to feel like things are easy. They want things to come easy to them, and that's strictly not how life is. You need to take things into your own hands. You need to be actively pursuing what you want to feel like, what you want to experience out of your life. So start involving activities in your life as opposed to smoking and spending all these dull moments, dull experiences, all these unexciting events where you're just not getting anything you want accomplished. Get rid of all that garbage and pursue something you truly want to be doing. Get out there, man. We all have some sort of ambition, and we're here on this earth for a reason. We want to feel like we will bring value, and when you're living a dull life, you're simply not going to do that. If you are constantly having this cloud over you, you're living life at a handicap. You're going to be so much far off better without that crutch. I'll see you, fellas.